pleasure to meet you here. It's always a huge challenge to be the last in the day, you know, when everybody's a bit tired and everybody's like thinking of the after party. Thanks God there's a second day, and you will still have the second day tomorrow, and today's only the third day. So yeah, what I would like to ask for you, if you have any questions during my presentation, feel free to show any sign, like wave, like stand up, or like raise your hand and ask the questions during the presentation as well. If you have any doubts or you disagree with what I say it loudly and say just on the go. This might help us to make the presentation a bit more interactive, okay? Do we agree? So I promise not to keep you more than half an hour, maybe a bit less. And today we're going to talk about missed opportunities of automated cart recovery messages, mainly email messages, which reminds people that they forgot something to complete, a purchase process that they forgot to buy. And at first, a bit about me. I'm Ryis Lauris, co-founder and CEO of email marketing solution Soundtest. This is a very specialized email marketing tool made for online retailers, mainly small and medium ones, which have no time, neither money and skills to do sophisticated email marketing. And due to deep integration with e-commerce platforms, we have Magento plugin as well. We do synchronize the data about your customers. Let's pretend that you have your online store, all of you do. And we synchronize the data about your customers, and we have data about their behavior in your store and according to email marketing. And we do analyze that data and do some automation according to that data. We help you to do it in a dead simple user interface, in a dead simple way. We are a startup company. However, we have more than 4,000 online stores already using Soundtest worldwide. 40% out of them are in the United States. Here in Europe, in total, we have about 1/3 of our clients. And we have few here in Poland as well. Not so many yet, but I believe that the amount going to grow, and that's why I'm here to present the cart recovery feature and cart recovery possibility in general. I will not talk a lot about Soundtest. Okay, so it's about me. And why I started to talk about email marketing. As cart recovery, a lot of people see it as a different feature and a different solution. There are different tools separated from traditional email marketing, which helps you to recover the carts, to get your clients back. But actually, it's not true. We have a completely different approach, and I have a completely different approach that cart recovery and all other triggered emails has to be a part of traditional email marketing, and we have to just fulfill each other. Okay, a picture. Should I smile now? Okay, so email marketing. At first, for the very beginning, it's a brand new survey made by Accenture in the United States, and people were asked, what is your primary medium, what is your primary method to receive personalized marketing messages? And the results are amazing. Email outperformed any other channel. And if we compare digital channels, email and social media and apps, mobile apps, which a lot of people are selling you now, buy our mobile app, purchase like messages pop up, push messages works the best. But people don't want to get those push messages. And people agree to receive personalized, especially, marketing messages to their inboxes. Why? Because I can manage my inbox whenever I want and however I want. If I receive a relevant message, I trust the sender, I see the subject line which is relevant to me, I may read it. Or I may read it later, or I may just ignore that if I don't trust you as a sender. Or maybe I will do it next week or after 2 weeks. It doesn't mean that I don't trust you in general. So like email marketing remains the most important medium to sell. Not only about clicks and opens, but about sales. And the ROI results are really amazing. I believe that you count your own ROI if you sell online, but in general, Direct Marketing Association of United Kingdom made this survey, and it shows that every lovely pound spent returns in almost 25 pounds. That's amazing. No other marketing channel is so effective by the terms of return on investment. And when I talk to the people, yeah, email marketing is very effective. Email marketing in total, they ask me, yeah, but why? Come on, why? Why do you think so? Why? And I have an answer. Madonna. Do you know the singer, Madonna? Yeah, you know, she is about 50 years old, and email is about 50 years old. So we're quite the same age, and they managed to stay sharp. They managed to adapt to changing trends, to changing technologies, to changing fashion. Madonna and email marketing. And they used to be, for example, Britney Spears. Now it's Miley Cyrus, a lot of like pop princesses which try to kick out Madonna out of the stage. But the Madonna still remains the best-selling female singer. As email marketing, like there was blogs, there is now social media, but email marketing still remains to be the best-selling marketing medium, especially for those who sell online. Why is it happening so? Because email marketing, as I mentioned, is changing all the time, adapting to nowadays situation. And the major change which is happening now at the moment, that email marketing does not remain to be a mass media channel. When you do bulk sending, the same message for everyone, you use email as like TV advertising or banners on websites. You do broadcast the same message for everyone. It's like, you know, bulk sending and mass media. And now it's going to peer-to-peer communication, to personal communication. Email marketing is going to be more personalized. Not only about segmentation, not only adding relevant content to the promotional newsletters. My colleague in the afternoon already have talked about some of them, mentioned a few good examples how segmentation and a bit of personalization may improve your email marketing. When you send the same promotional message, but add relevant content according to the segment which your subscriber belongs to. But it's only the first step. It's only the first step of segmentation and of personalization. And other steps are really based on your behavior. Either on your behavior on site or on your live site. Now, email marketing has three major parts. It's like promotional newsletters or promotional messages, which are most common ones, which I believe all of you do. You send, if you sell something online, you definitely send promotional messages. But it's only one of the part. And others are activity-based, mainly on your website. Do your customers buy? What do they browse? Do they click specific products in your newsletters? What kind of products? In what segments are those products? In what categories are those products? And life cycle-based messages. Are you a new subscriber? Or maybe you have already purchased. Maybe you are a returning customer buying once per month. Maybe you have subscription, as presentation before showed us that having those who have subscribed and received our product once per month is brilliant, because we can increase your sales by even a large scale. Yeah, and today we're talking mainly about trigger-based messages. Cart recovery is one of those trigger-based messages. And as you can see here, that activity-based and lifecycle-based messages already generate about 20% of all revenue out of all email marketing revenue. And what's the best about this 20%? That you just set up once and you forget about it. Okay, you may come back, you may improve, you may test, as colleague before was talking about testing. You may test not only on the website, you may test on email as well. What works, what doesn't work, and things like that. But in general, you just set up what works and you forget about it. You don't have to create the promotional letters each week or each day. So it saves a lot of time. And cart recovery is one of those activity-based, activity-triggered messages, which in general about 30% might generate about 13% of your income compared to all income from email marketing. And it's nothing to do about. I mean, it's very easy. Just set up once and that's it. Okay, so let's now move to those abandoned carts. Why? Why do people abandon the cart? So at first we have to look at the whole decision-making process. Imagine me being a customer and I just had an idea to buy, for example, a new smartphone. I have no preference for brand, I just have a preference for Android. I prefer Android, not iPhone, okay? If I need iPhone, so it's pretty clear about what to buy. But I would like to buy an Android iPhone. So I have a decision and I'm looking for alternatives. And I have quite many alternatives. I may purchase Samsung, Sony, HTC, maybe some other brands. And I may purchase either from you or from you. Because there are quite many online stores which sells the same product for a bit different price, maybe a bit different warranty, maybe one is delivering like a 1 day, another is delivering a 1 week, and there are some differences. Yeah, so I'm looking for alternatives and I'm evaluating those alternatives. And on ideal process, afterwards I'm buying. I go to checkout process, it was like single page checkout, or it's like awesome checkout, or another checkout process. I go there and do buy. And afterwards I have my product, I'm happy about this, maybe I complete a survey, maybe I leave a review and so on and so forth. But actually here what happens, then I already evaluate alternatives, sometimes I just leave. I stop doing the process. And on average, 70% of all initially formed carts, shopping carts, are abandoned. If you haven't counted it on your online stores, please do that, and you will find an enormous number, 70%. That means that only 30% of all your transactions have been completed from the very beginning till the end. And yeah, 70% is bad, but can you see this number? It's worldwide. It's $1 trillion, $4 trillion, a lot of zeros here, will be abundant in year 2014. Okay, it's worldwide. I don't have specific data for Poland, and probably nobody have counted that data. Not yet, maybe next year someone will do, but in general it's a lot of money. Yes, sure, you cannot take all of that money back, but you can take some of them at least, and it might be really great amount. And the reasons why do people abandon, because they're not bad, you know. Here is eMarketer survey, and it shows that mainly it's about cost. People just wanted to I was not ready to purchase now, I just wanted to check how, with delivery cost, with shipping cost, will my smartphone cost. Yeah, and maybe I was not ready to purchase today, I need to wait for my salary. Yeah, maybe. There are different reasons, but a lot of them it's about my will to know the final price. Because what's like tricky in online stores, that at the very beginning I don't know the final price. It's all like shipping cost is always being added at the very end of the process. And maybe there are discounts, or maybe if I above a certain amount, there is like free of charge shipping and things like that. So I just wanted to check. Other reasons are like those. People say, okay, I will just browse. I haven't intended to buy now. Or maybe I faced some technical issues. It was everything good, but maybe your website at that specific moment was not working 100% properly. And that's why you lost your customer. Or maybe your website navigation was a bit too complicated for me, because I'm not very skilled user. Maybe I do not buy often online. Maybe I try to purchase on your online store for the first time. So there are quite many different reasons why people abandon the cart, and it's never like a bad will. So if you trigger them and ask them, invite them to come back, for some of them, and we'll see the numbers for how many of them it works. And we made a consultancy, made this research about the amounts on the basket. It's US dollars, but actually then we tested this. We tested with our clients and we saw that it doesn't matter what currency is it. It's like 100, doesn't matter, it's dollars, euros, zlotys, any other currency. 100 is that psychological barrier. So the vast majority of carts are being abandoned on small carts. That means that purchasing process is spontaneous there. If the amount is small, I'm just browsing, okay, I'm adding, maybe I would like to buy, maybe not, and that's good. That's good, because like to make people to buy spontaneous, it's much easier than to make them to buy for a large amount. And in opposite, with like when it goes down, it's really strange. I don't know why people behave so. And then it comes back, and the amount reaches really huge sums. So probably people are not like buying that. I don't know, if you're buying some refrigerator or a new TV set, you will not buy it spontaneous. Okay, $2,000 dollars for new super flat super TV. Yeah, you will not make it spontaneous. At least you are, unless you are like super rich man. So okay, we know now that people do abandon the carts, and what we need to do, we need to invite them to come back and to finish the purchase process. So how does it work? At a glance, it's absolutely simple. We identify the person which abandoned the cart, we send automated email for him or her, and they come back and finish the purchase. As simple as that, yeah, isn't it? Yeah, but there are some challenges. Only 8%, and they are mainly leading online retailers and mainly online retail brands, use cart recovery messages. And the main reason why do we so that you can track very few customers. Because standalone cart recovery solutions, they only provide the data, and they only may collect the data about those customers who are browsing when they are logged in. That's why I was talking previously that email marketing is a very complex thing. And the solutions, like what we do and other solutions which have built-in cart recovery features, email marketing solutions, what we do? We seed cookies when you read promotional messages. We even seed cookies when you subscribe to promotional newsletter on subscription form. To give a success message, which is broadcasted not from the Magento store but from Soundtest in our case, we seed cookies. That's how, and that's what enables us to expand the base of customers which we are able to identify personally. We know that that specific anonymous ID something is that specific person. We get the email and we send the message. And the second, what is really good, that those people who have subscribed to your promotional newsletters, they never refuse to get promotional messages from you. So it's very important in legal case as well, that they used to get some promotional messages from you. So it's first a challenge to expand that user database. And in this case, longer you use promotional newsletters, longer you send promotional newsletters, more cookies we see. And then more people were able to capture when they abandon their carts and send them automated messages. So how does it work? For example, here's one example of our clients. We sell clothes, sport clothes, very like kind of niche, only clothes for sport, mainly for ladies, some of them for males as well, but may focus on that. And so the person browses, abandons the cart, and the automated email is being sent. We had experimenting a lot of timing. When is the best time to send a card recovery message? And the best time is instantly. Now, but just to get that specific moment when the person abandons the card is quite complicated. That's why we made it like 30 minutes to 1 hour, but it's still kind of now, it, how to say, we will not send for that who's still browsing. Yeah, you just close the browser, you just really close the shop, and then only then we're gonna send the message. So we have experimented like 2 hours, after abandon 4 hours, maybe 12 hours or 24 hours. But all the results show that it's better to send instantly. Yeah, the reasons we may like think about the reasons, different reasons. Probably the main reason is that we are catching the person while he like hot on his decision. If I feel the need, if I need my smartphone, I'm dreaming about smartphone now. And I abandoned my cart, okay, he reminded me, okay, would you like to complete your purchase process? Yeah, I really need that smartphone. Okay, let's buy. And if I receive this message after 1 day or maybe 8 hours, maybe after 8 hours, I'm sleeping because I was browsing 6 p.m. So after 8 hours, I'm going to be in bed. I will ignore that message. Or maybe next day, I will have a lot of job to be done and not enough time to dream about my new smartphone. Yeah, so then the message automatic email goes. We experimented with adding the name, because for some of the customers we already know the name, and if in traditional email marketing personalizations improves at least open rates, so here it doesn't work. Probably because that people, they understand that it's kind of automation, and that the system knows what do we do and how do they behave on the website. And if the system knows even their behavior and the name, it's a bit too much. Okay, it's a bit too much. I don't want to share so much information with you. And what's very important to have in card recovery messages, some people, what I saw some online stores, they just send generic message, you forgot something, would you like to come back and to finish your purchase? No, it's very important to have the specific products in the message. Because what sells? Images, picture sells. Okay, and then I saw, okay, I was looking for that t-shirts, I really love that. I would like to finish that purchase. And it's very important to have both specific products with ability to just go to that products page and maybe to buy only that specific product, and to have general button which recovers all the cart. And in average, those people who do use cart recovery feature, we have such a results in average. So about 80% of all people comes back. That means that they click on any link on cart recovery message, and 7.3% out of all sent messages completes their checkout process. It's really good results, especially when you consider that you don't have to do anything. The system does it for you. You just need to set up it initially. And another important thing, what happens if you add some incentives? You remember this chart. What are the main reasons? Main reasons are about shipping costs. It's a bit too expensive for me, it was unexpected for me, and things like that. So if you add any incentives, mainly those incentives are all about like money, free delivery, free shipping, 10% discount, 5% discount, 15% discount. You have to experiment on your, it varies what works specifically for each store, but adding incentive, and it's very important that that super offer has to be limited time offer. That you have to complete your purchase today, like 12 hours, 24 hours, and only then you're gonna get that discount or free shipping. Or maybe you lack only like 10 slots to add products for 10 slots, because now you have in your cart products for 90 slots and only 10 slots are missing to the free delivery. So if you add this in the message, the results are really amazing. They double. More than 15, almost 14% of all cart recovery message sends generates sales. Yeah, sure, you provide a discount. Yes, you have a question?
Just wanted to ask if it doesn't make customers do this process like again and again, so they interrupt the process and they wait for the discount?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very good questions. So there are two, ways to solve this problem. First, you cannot send the cart recovery message too often. If the person is like browsing and coming back to the same store like twice or 3 times per day, you only send it once at first. And second, it depends on the average purchase cycle. Normally, the purchase cycle is like people are coming back to buy once per 2 months or once per 3 months. So you may decide on yourself, on your own. Is it okay for you to sell like for 10% discount? Because in general, we do not. It was one of the concerns we had in mind as well, that people will become smart, but people do not do that. Sometimes, for some specific products, like especially we have one client for children, like Pampers and children food, kids food, that people are buying quite recently, once per month, maybe once per 2 weeks. So what we did for them, that for some of the clients, we do not send cart recovery messages. If we understand that they try to wait for the discount, we do not do it all the time. We accept them from those who get cart recovery message, because they are already loyal clients. As the previous speaker mentioned in some presentation today, that loyal clients don't need a discount. Sad, but so it's the same with that group here. Okay, that's what I wanted to tell you today. Thank you for attention, and I'm open to your questions if you have any. And if no, so feel free to ask today, during the party, or tomorrow. Thank you for attention.